I thought I'd stand. It's been a while. It's been several days since my last confession. Um, what's that? Hold on, I've got a hair appointment tomorrow. Uh, what have we been doing? What's been going on? I can't remember. We went out Friday. I shared a short of where we were. Um, we didn't go to art Thursday. I was tired and um, had not done very well in art the week before. I get really quite fatigued and then I'm in pain where I'm leaning over, and so I said to Mark, I really need to just take the afternoon off. I know I have lots of afternoons off, but I just didn't feel up for art, which is a shame because it is lovely. When I'm on form, I enjoy being there. It's a lovely 2 hours amongst lovely people, doing um, doing some art and absorbing more French. So I really enjoy that. So we didn't go, and that I'm not remembering what we're doing in the week. That's not good, is it? Not remembering. I've not heard anything from my rheumatologist, and I will contact her. Um, where are we? Not this week coming, but the following week. We've got friends coming next Saturday for a few days, so I'll wait till they've been and gone, and then I'll contact her and see if I can get an appointment. Really need to do that. I did realise, I did realise that the vlog that I made where I'd struggled with the fresh peas and how I'd how achy I was, and it was like, oh God, Um, I can't remember. I think it was only the day after, but I suddenly realised that I had grappled with Ida in our attempt. Well, not attempt. We captured her, didn't we, for shearing? And I had grabbed a big. I'm going to say a big stick, but it was a big sort of this thick piece of stick that was out there to sort. And I was holding that, and then when I got her, or I grabbed her with both hands, and you grab their wool, and they just don't go anywhere because it's just so deep. I grabbed her wool until Ludo got to her. It was only seconds, but obviously I'd used lots of parts, muscles in my body that don't normally get used. And I think the reason I ached so much was because of that, and not my rheumatoid arthritis. So, because as the days, it took about a week for me to feel about how I normally feel rather than, this. So I had quite a big bruise down my shin where she'd stomped me the first time round before we caught her the second time round. Luckily, she didn't draw blood externally. Obviously, a bruise is blood internally. Um, I've got long trousers on, so I can't. Long trousers? I don't wear trousers. Who am I kidding? I've got long leggings on, so I can't look at it. I haven't looked at it, but yeah, it's fine. It's what did I do? What did I cook yesterday? Oh, I bought a chicken. Mark came down, it was already cooked, and he went, "Oh, chicken!" I went, "Yes." I've been rushing around the garden, grabbing chickens and plucking them. I did chicken, and I'd bought a sweet potato when we went to the bio shop last week, and it was beautiful. I sliced it into slices that thick and cooked it in. I'm going to say fried it, but you do it quite gently because it burns easily because it's a sugary. I'm going to say fruit, vegetable. So fried it gently in oil and butter, and it was just so tasty. Now I can't taste. It was just so tasty, and I think because it was organic, and I've noticed a lot of the food, if it's organic, you can taste it because it's been. I think it was Tim Spector that talked about organic food. I think it was him. I don't think it was Michael Mosley. I still can't get my head around Michael Mosley um, dying like that. I really find it difficult. I've not been able to watch anything of his again. Horrible, but I just can't get my head around it, and I'm not his wife. Um, Phil Spector said um, that the thing about organic food is because it's not been treated or been, not been chemically treated, so it's not been protected. It has to build up its own protection, which makes it much better. I don't know whether that adds to the taste, but it makes it better food for you because it's got its natural immunity, not natural, but well, yeah, natural immunity that it's worked hard for, rather than it's been constantly sprayed or treated or whatever. So I think it was him that said that. But this sweet potato was yummy. So I did that with chicken and some broccoli. I don't think the broccoli was bio. I can't remember, but that's what we had. It was really tasty. So today, because I tend to do this, Saturday seems to be the day I do a meal that I might do on a Sunday. Today we're just having something out of a packet because I'm not up for doing another big meal. And something came to me when I was talking about Michael Mosley and Phil Spector and organic food, and I can't remember what it was now. Isn't that annoying? Talking about Dr. Michael Mosley and how I can't watch anything of his. Um, that's annoying. I could stand here for half an hour doing this and you waiting with bated breath to see what it is I've got to say. Or I could pause you, go away and come back, which is what I think I'm going to do, because there is something I wanted to talk about, which I thought about talking about on a vlog over the last few days. So you stay there and I'll be back. Well, I don't think I've remembered what it was that was in my head, just, just there. But there are two things that I've remembered that I had meant to talk about. Um, the first thing is that I haven't stopped knowing what's going on, but I'm not looking very hard at what's going on in the USA and in Gaza and, and Ukraine. I'm seeing all of that, but I'm just not absorbing it. It's too difficult to absorb. I can't do anything about it, but it doesn't mean that I haven't stopped feeling supportive of you in America as your country is destroyed from within. So I won't say any more than that. But yeah, I've stopped at the moment. That's what I'm doing. I watched a TikTok that somebody shared. I can't share it because I don't use TikTok, so I can't find a way of sharing it. It's a TikTok from Dr. Ahmed Khan. Is he Ahmed? Amir? Ahmed Khan? Dr. Khan, who became well known in a UK documentary series called GPs Behind Closed Doors. And he worked at, I don't know whether he still does, in a Bradford surgery. He's such a caring man. He's so lovely. And I think he appears on one of the UK breakfast television um, programs. And he probably still is on Twitter, but I'm not on Twitter, so I don't see him. So he did he did a TikTok about chronic pain, and it made me cry. It was only 5 things about chronic pain, but it really got me where I needed to be got. It talked about you're not imagining it just because you can't see it. It is there. And what else did it talked about you're not being lazy when you're having to rest. You're not being lazy. You can think of it as you're recalibrating, but you're not being lazy. So it's like I have this awful in my head, and it would be from my mother, this awful introject parent who will judge me for not doing a lot, or I used to be called a hypochondriac and all of that. So all of that I pile that in on me because none of that's around now. But it really hit home, this video, and it was only short, 5 things about chronic pain. So if you have TikTok, you can look him up. I'm sure it's Amir Khan. But yeah, he's so caring. He would hug his patients and yeah, really, really caring. So I still haven't thought about what it was that I stopped to try and remember what it was I wanted to talk about, but it doesn't matter. Um, I'm going to go back in now. It's a little bit chilly out here. It's still a bit early. Well, it isn't early actually. It's 11 o'clock. There's a bit of a breeze. Oh, my kitchen worker's started to make a noise now. Can you do that quietly, please? Yeah. So that's all for today, and see you whenever it is I am motivated to vlog next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.